What's going on, everybody? This is Deshaun Johnson back again with episode number 4 of this vlog. And this, once again, is for the teachers. And in this episode, we are going to discuss the difference between critiquing and hating. Why you need to teach. You, the teacher, need to teach your students what the difference between both is. And I think this is really critical in our day and times because from my observation, this buzzword trolling for used to identify people that just leave so many malicious comments or how should I say? They just leave so much negativity in whatever content is being produced out of there, and there's no formality to it. It's just all emotionally driven or just there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just kind of like the same drive that drives the Joker from Batman. It's just pure chaotic. And if that's what they're going off of, that's purely emotional. And I think right now it's very important to start teaching our students what the difference between hating, what actual, hating is as it goes for slang, and how to properly critique. Now, after thinking about these two terms, from a practical standpoint, I didn't go to Webster's dictionary and try to define them. If you look at from a practical standpoint, okay, I listen to rap, and you have a lot of people. It seems to be a lot of like musicians, artists out there that it's this sensitivity that's going on. It's a lot of sensitivity. It's not just in rap. It's just a lot of sensitivity that just goes on the internet, and that's made people just very unreasonable, irrational a lot of the times. But let me go ahead and tell you the difference between, hating and critiquing from my observation. Okay, when you're hating on somebody, it's just a lot of lashing out for no reason. It is usually driven by emotion. It's just driven by just empty, hollow reasons, meaning no reasons at all. It's just to either just bash. Sometimes it may not even be driven by emotions at all. You just may just desire to just try to hurt the other person, but that's still driven by emotion. That's driven by some sort of like sickness, so there's no rhyme or reason to hating. You're tearing down somebody basically where you're hating. Okay, that's the whole purpose where you're hating. That's your motivation. That's your driver at this time, is to tear somebody down. Now, when you're critiquing and you're doing it properly, okay, critique it is when you're actually providing. If I say, for example, I'm listening to some music and I was to go up and I was to tell that specific artist that, hey, this music really, this part of your song right here, this is actually what I liked about it, and here's why. This certain chord was just, it was struck with me. I like the musicianship. I like the instrumentation. Okay, that would be a critique. You're giving that person, that artist, the creator, some sort of like constructive feedback. Okay, instruction that they can actually use to better themselves and make improvements. Now, whether they decide to use it or not, that's going to be dependent upon the artist, but you're building up. There's an edification. Even if you're giving like constructive feedback, that sort of constructive critiquing, the other person, the creator, Arthur, whatever, what have you, they could use it to actually make improvements wherever the other person saw the weaknesses. Okay, now it's important, and this is why it's even more important for content creators online to just not worry so much about perfection and to just put things out there, because you could use people's responses to kind of make adjustments, because you really don't know how people are going to receive. You may think it's the best thing in the world, and it's really not. It's according to what people, how they're receiving it, it's really not. It's like with a lesson. I give a lesson to students all the time, activities that I think are going to be wonderful. They should have fun with this. It falls flat. And then things I don't even expect them to even, like, they're giggling like little kids. And I teach middle school, but they're giggling like they're back in elementary school again. So this is, you just really never know how they're going to take it. Now, you as a teacher, it's important because you could teach kids proper critiquing and having text evidence. If me being an English teacher, okay, right now I'm teaching technology applications, but my primary thing is teaching English. When you're teaching kids how to use text evidence in their answers, instead of them just saying, like, I don't like it, I'm not going to do it, I don't like it. It's just, why don't you like it? I don't know, I just don't like it. They haven't learned how to articulate or dig deep down in themselves to try to develop the answers, because they haven't really like learned how to make connections to the text and to what their, you know, intellectual feelings are. Their how should I say, there's a thing of intelligence, emotional intelligence. They're not able to like make that connection back if they can't give a proper critique about it. Okay. And, you know, for a lot of kids, I like to go back. I treat kids as customers a lot of times. Like, well, what did you not like about this lesson? And I would ask them a series of questions to help them to see, like, help them to get them to understand and process on their own what they didn't like about the lesson, what did it not do for them, in addition to what I observed. Because this ultimately it's not about me, because I care so much about the understanding of the students. So you want to move them away from this side of everything just being emotionally driven. You want them to be able to connect logical reasoning with, I guess, what they are feeling emotionally, but be able to bring back some quality where it's going to benefit somebody else, even if it is just you as a teacher. Okay, and they could actually take this skill, because this is a skill that they develop, and use it to help make somebody else's life better. But let's really start hammering that down and stop creating this culture of trolls, because that's what's going on. Everybody's just, you know, cracking jokes and just, no, nobody's building anybody up. It's just tearing down, and it's usually for selfish reasons. It's driven, I guess that's a good one. It's just driven by pure selfishness. Oh, I'm gonna just crack on somebody else, and I'm just gonna make myself look good as a commenter right now. You go on YouTube, it's a lot of trolls on there, but me personally, I don't let it faze me, the dislikes or anything like that. You know, I take it as data, and I look at it as what can I do better, but it's just part of the culture too. But the thing is that how can I minimize this? How can I really provide some value? And if you focus on providing value for people, then people by nature, unless they're just completely silly evil, you know, they're going to feel like, man, that guy helped me out in what he said. Like, I'm gonna like this. There's a higher chance they're going to be more likely to actually like your content and share it, or whatever the case may be, than the other way around. So anyway, that's it for episode number 4, the Deshaun Johnson vlog. Be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you found any value in this video. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video. God bless you.